Alright, what's going on everybody? We are back with another video here on the Enebo Racing channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at fuel pressure problem that I've been having, and now that we're jacking the boost up on the Mustang, we are seeing that our fuel pressure is not cooperating and it does seem to be dropping at the higher boost levels. So we're going to show you what that looks like on the data log, and then we're also going to show you what I have bought to try and combat that. So stay tuned towards the end of the video here. It shouldn't be too long, but otherwise we're going to show you some of the new parts that I bought and our plans to install them. So let's take a look at this data log, and so I can kind of show you guys what I'm seeing and why we're going to be making some changes to our fuel system to hopefully prevent this problem from happening. So let's take a look. The current fuel setup on the car is the stock hanger with a 340 Aeromotive pump, 340 liter per hour pump, stock lines, stock fuel rails, and we've got some Ford Performance 47-pound injectors. And for the most part, you know, the injectors don't really seem to be maxing out, and so I really don't think that they're part of the problem. I may upgrade them to, you know, just because I know I'm going to run out of injector, but for the time being, I really didn't think that that was a problem, just because they're only at like 80%, which we're touching the limit, but in this case, I don't think the injectors were causing the fuel pressure to drop so much. So let's take a look at what we got here, and hopefully this will help. All right, so basically how this is all laid out is you can choose on the left-hand side what data points you're wanting to show on the graph here. And so if you wanted, you know, your duty cycle percentage to be listed, it would be listed here in the green. Otherwise, you know, for the most part, I keep it pretty simple. So red up here is going to be the RPM. That way you can kind of see which gear you're in. Also, we've got boost here in the cyan, or, you know, semi-aqua green line. AFRs are going to be here in the yellow, and then fuel pressure is this dark blue line down at the bottom. So what we're looking at here, guys, is the data log from my last pass. It was the fastest pass that I've ran. It was a 12:25 at 116. We were flying, made about 9 pounds of boost, but what we're finding is that my fuel pressure isn't really hanging on very well. You can see over here, or hopefully you can see, fuel pressure is the blue line here. It's kind of tapering off down towards the end, when if anything it should be going up. So that's going to be somewhat of an issue. We make about 50 pounds of fuel pressure at 4,300 RPM in fourth, but then as we accelerate and start building boost, the fuel pressure starts to drop. Not too much, but enough for me to kind of know that we got to get something going on the fuel system. So that's going to be what today's video is about. Overall though, that's one major benefit of this Terminator X system, is being able to kind of study your performance and be able to make adjustments or corrections or see stuff before they can become a problem. You know, I could just keep cranking up the boost because the car seems to be running just fine, but I think we'd come into a point where this fuel pressure would start to become a really big issue. And you know, you lose fuel pressure, car goes boom, and without a data log, you really wouldn't be able to see why. So car looks to be running really good. At least the RPM's very, you know, linear. All the gears look good. Everything looks to be fairly similar. Kind of just learning this stuff for the first time. So if any of you guys see anything crazy, let me know. Otherwise, air-fuel ratios seem to stay pretty steady for the most part. And yeah, no, it's just definitely showing that everything's under control, and what we're commanding is definitely happening. All right, and here's a data log from a previous pass that really shows a little bit more of the severity here. So as you guys can see, even in, what is this, second gear, we start up at 49 pounds of fuel pressure, and by the end of the gear, we're all the way down to 39. And same thing up here, start at 50 pounds, and then at the end of the gear, you know, this one we're making 10.5 pounds of boost. So another 1.5 pounds, and you can really see it dropping off down to 40, and then same thing in fourth here. And so I think it's the cooler air on that most recent pass that's not making those numbers as drastic. But whatever the case, at the 10.5 pounds of boost, 5,200 RPM, we should not be at 42 pounds of fuel pressure. If anything, we should be 52 or higher. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for what we're looking at here on a data log. So now that we've kind of shown you the problems that I was seeing in the data logs, let me show you what I picked up to try and help this issue and what we're gonna do about it. Hey, and while you're watching, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and like the video. Always enjoy reading comments as well. So if you got something to ask, say, comment. If you got any pointers for me, please drop them in the comments below. I read them all and I try to respond. So I always appreciate that. But let's get back to the video. So what we're going to be doing here is upgrading our fuel delivery. So we've got -6 stainless steel braided PTFE rated fuel line from Vibrant Performance. We got some -6, good stuff. We got 20 feet for the feed. We're going 20 feet for the return, so we got 2 rolls there. And then all these little Vibrant fittings, they're gonna be good to go. So a lot of these just got some 90s. I tried to think of it in my head, and my brother has done the same thing. So seeing his setup really helped me decide what kind of fittings. I'm probably gonna either buy some more or figure something out, because I have seen other setups already and they did look good. But yeah, ultimately, just got the good stuff. My brother had some extra Fragola fittings, which we may or may not use, but we got them. And then we got these little Aeromotive fuel line adapters to -6. So these will connect right into the stock fuel rail and then provide -6 lines, so we can just thread it right on there. But those are nice. And then we got these fuel filter adapters from Russell, which are going to be -6, and they'll go right into our stock fuel filter, so we won't have to do much there. But the big bad daddy unit, I know I've already got a Aeromotive 340 pump. However, this is a nice unit, and what this is an entire new fuel system hanger that provides -6 outlet and return lines. And it'll be the power upgrade as well. So we'll be wiring in bigger power wires for the fuel pump. Got a nice return, good old feed, all ready to drop in. Pretty sweet unit. So we're gonna have a spare 340 pump. And yeah, this comes with all the little fittings and stuff there, so that's nice. But should be a good upgrade for a while. The 340 pump should really hold up once we get the upgrades rolling. And for the most part, this should do the job. So this will make a whole new install video. However, I wanted to kind of show you guys what we've been thinking of and what we've been scheming. We're just gonna be a good old fuel delivery upgrade and hopefully be able to see these numbers on the fuel pressure side go up. And by next season, we should be able to push hopefully anywhere from 10 to 15 pounds of boost pretty consistently. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna probably upgrade to 60 or 80 pound injectors in the off season, so that should help as well. But otherwise, we'll get to a point where we'll install these, but definitely just wanted to let you guys know what we've been doing in the meantime. Yeah, the race season at the drag strip at least is over for the most part here in Oregon. So we're gonna have a lot of downtime to upgrade some stuff. We're gonna be working on Monica's car Roxy quite a bit, so there'll be some videos coming out about her. But for the most part, you know, it'll be kind of tough to come up with videos in the off season just because I've already installed a lot of my parts. But we'll think of some stuff to keep it interesting for y'all. But otherwise, appreciate you guys staying patient while these videos are coming out a little less often as usual. But we're gonna keep you guys in mind. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay ripping.